phone home, just try stopping the voluble commander of the space station.
Is it challenging to brush your teeth in space without getting toothpaste up your nose from weightlessness? We may have the coolest washcloths ever here on the space station. I'm going to show you. Here's one of our washcloths. We're going to open up our tortilla. We're going to get our peanut butter, squirt it onto the tortilla.
Chris Hadfield is the Canadian astronaut, technically a Canadanaut.
Okay, so here's my washcloth.
Whose chatty diary of life in space has won him almost 700,000 followers on Twitter. It'll be 700,015 after this. Here's how to wring out a towel in zero gravity.
It's becoming a tube of water.
Chris and his colleagues are admired and envied by other space watchers rooted to planet Earth.
It'd be interesting to experience weightlessness, and it would be beautiful, I think, to see out the window the Earth as a whole planet, because that's a sight that not many people see for real.
Do you mind if we use the Newsnight teleporter on you?
No, I don't mind, so long as it doesn't hurt.
If you could see our nation from the International Space Station.
Hadfield duetting from the International Space Station with one of the bare-naked ladies. Not even his fellow Canadian Justin Bieber has pulled that gig off.
18,000 miles an hour.
This is Shatner. Do you hear me?
Mr. Shatner, this is the space research vessel ISS in Earth orbit. And yes, I hear you loud and clear. How do you hear me? This is Chris Hadfield.
Chris, I hear you loud and clear. It's such a pleasure to talk to you.
He's even hooked up with the most celebrated spaceman of them all, Captain Kirk himself.
Part of it, as an actor, the fear comes from something unexpected happening, like forgetting your words or an audience reaction that's unexpected. In my case, your face flushes and you get a sheen of flop sweat. In your case, you burn up. It's a little different.
Yeah, well, in both cases, you go down in flames.
It's all a far cry from the earliest days of spaceflight, when intrepid voyagers like Yuri Gagarin were enigmatic, taciturn. Isn't it enough for man to conquer space without being all over cyberspace too?
But how nice to have a dominant Twitter follower who's a scientist. That's a very new thing. That's a very recent phenomenon. We have people like Brian Cox and, Commander Hadfield to thank for that. I think it's reassuring that the Twitter sphere, as it's called, I believe, is not dominated just by actors and celebrities. There's a lot of high-profile scientists there as well. That's brilliant.
Mars One will establish human settlement on Mars in 2023.
If all this has given you a taste for intergalactic planetary adventure, why not sign up for the ultimate thrill, a space shot to Mars? Announced today at an excitable press conference. There's just one catch.
It will be a mission of permanent settlement, a one-way trip. This is necessary because the technology to send humans from Mars back to Earth simply does not exist yet.
Let's talk about space food. Vegetables are important for your health, and so today I've chosen dried spinach.
Those Mars explorers of the near future could do a lot worse than emulate Commander Chris Hadfield, the astronaut with the homemaking skills, the rocket salad man.